Messi has scored 27 goals in 35 games against the Premier League Big Six, even with a slow start to these games. So how did Messi get to that against the PL Big Six? Step into Messi's world and enjoy the times he shattered the defences of the PL Big Six and the hearts of their fans. After enjoying this video of Lionel Messi destroying English clubs, which performance do you think is the best? And do you remember watching any of these at the time? And don't worry, Ronaldo fans, we have a video coming out about him very soon. Number 1. Against Arsenal, April 2010, Champions League quarter-finals. When it comes to Arsenal, Messi is a different animal. In the first leg of the Champions League quarter-finals in April 2010, Arsenal fought with everything to hold Barcelona to a draw, and with Carlos Puyol getting sent off, Arsenal would have fancied their chances. In the second leg, it looked as if Arsenal were going to beat Barcelona for about 3 minutes. After Nicklas Bendtner scored for Arsenal to put them ahead of Barcelona in the 18th minute, Messi completely flipped the script. On the 21st minute, Messi scored and the goal was just bizarre. Messi's pass kept bouncing off players and went back to him, and he let fly a vicious shot that brought the scoreline level. And so it began. For the second goal, Pedro passed to Messi after a poor clearance of an Abidal cross in the Arsenal box, and the Argentine thumped the ball into the back of the net, putting Barca into the lead. Just a goal remained for Messi to get his hat-trick, and he got it in style as he chipped the ball over the head of Arsenal's goalkeeper. Now trailing by 2 goals, Arsenal had given the match their all. However, Messi hadn't finished just yet. Just before the final whistle, he went past 2 Arsenal players, shot through the goalkeeper's legs, and the scoreline ended 4-1 and 6-3 on aggregate. What a performance! Do you think this is his best performance ever? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Number 2, against Man City, Group Stage 2016. Some players need time to adjust after coming back from injury, but not Messi. The Argentinian scored a hat-trick against Guardiola's City in 2016. Barcelona went into this game with a 2-goal deficit after losing 3-1 in the opposing fixture at the Etihad. The Barcelona team must have been furious after this defeat, as they arrived with a vengeance. Messi's first goal came from an attack he himself began, passing to Iniesta, who backheeled it back to Messi, rounding the keeper and slotting it into the net in the 17th minute. Not only was that his 7th goal against City, it was also his 7th against Pep Guardiola, his former manager and mentor. This early goal was very important, but the comeback was far from done. His second goal also came from an Iniesta assist, but this time all Iniesta had to do was a simple pass, and Messi did his magic with a vintage left-footed finish. Barcelona sealed the victory via Messi's 3rd goal, which came from intelligent positioning in the box, seeing him tap in Luis Suarez's pass. City have lost Champions League games before in various disappointing ways before eventually winning it in 2023. However, this one was just down to some Messi magic. Number 3, against Manchester United, Champions League quarter-final second leg, April 2019. Messi scored his first goal against an English team during his 10th appearance against Manchester United. The goal was well worth the wait, and it wouldn't be the last memorable goal he'd score against MUFC. This match was in the Champions League quarter-final second leg in April 2019, which saw Messi score a brace. That first goal he scored in the match was utterly sensational. After intercepting a failed Ashley Cole clearance, Messi avoided Cole's tackle and shimmied past a Manchester United player as he shot from just outside the box. His second followed just 4 minutes later, and with his weaker foot, which De Gea will be very disappointed with. His 2 goals in that quarter-final would bring his total tally against Manchester United to 4 goals, the same number of goals that Messi would go on to score in a single match against this next team. Number 4, versus Chelsea, Champions League Round of 16 2018. Messi initially didn't have a pleasant experience when he played against English clubs, and he particularly had difficult moments when playing against Chelsea. In the 2005 to 2006 round of 16, he didn't score against Chelsea in either leg. Actually, he neither scored nor assisted for 8 games against English teams, but that was all about to change. His 9th match against an English team was against Chelsea in the semi-finals of the Champions League in 2009, and he had an assist in that match. It was his assist that won the semi-finals for Barcelona, and that match would be one of the most controversial Champions League matches to date. Are you watching this? It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. It's a f***ing disgrace. An angry Didier Drogba screamed at the camera. He was trying to get to referee Tom Henning of Rebo, who had an absolute stinker of a game. Players make many mistakes. Coaches make mistakes. Referees make mistakes. That's why we speak about giving them the benefit of the doubt, Chelsea's coach Gus Hiddink said in a post-match interview. But here's not the time for that. After subsequently meeting Chelsea in the 2012 semi-finals, Messi still couldn't score. The one opportunity he had to score was a penalty which he slammed into the crossbar. Eventually, Barcelona lost that match, and history would have been very different if Messi had have scored. But eventually, Messi did get his opportunity to score against Chelsea in the early stages of the Champions League round of 16 of 2018. In the first leg, the teams were held to a 1-1 draw, with all to play for in the second. With a beautiful combined play with his teammates, Messi finished past Chelsea's goalkeeper with a near-post goal. And then he capitalised on an Andreas Christensen error after the 63rd minute of the game to add to his tally, killing Chelsea's Champions League hopes for that season anyway. Number 5 vs Tottenham Hotspur, Champions League group match, August 2018. Spurs had their introduction to Lionel Messi in the 2018-2019 season when the two of them were both in Group B. In the home fixture at Wembley, Messi showed Tottenham fans what his hype was exactly all about. Barcelona went 2-0 up, but Spurs then clawed one back via Harry Kane and then went on to pile on the pressure. That is where Messi came in, scoring his first from a cutback pass beautifully faked by Suarez. Spurs showed character and scored again via Eric Lamela, but this was only a consolation in the end, and Messi's second at the death of the game with yet another beautiful Suarez leave ended the hopes of a Spurs comeback. But it wasn't Messi's goals that made him a joy to watch in that match. The Argentine was also orchestrating the game with passes and plays and always finding holes in the Tottenham setup. So, without doubt, Messi is a genius at the sport, and there really isn't any team he can't score against. While not playing in the Premier League and not scoring in his first 8 matches against English teams, he has scored a whopping 27 goals against the finest Premier League teams in 35 appearances. So, which of these goals do you like the best? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support our channel.